Cubase 11 came out. Maybe we should talk about it? Hey, how's it going? Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome back. Thanks for coming again to our now monthly, it feels like we've been doing this for a long time. Feels like this pandemic has been happening forever. Well, maybe not forever, at least many months. Anyway, thank you for being here with us. I'm pretty excited right now. Cubase, a new version, Cubase 11. Are you kidding me? Like, that explosion in the little ad there that I did, that was my brain when I read about this new version of this program. It's pretty awesome, and I think you guys, those of you that haven't checked it out, are going to be pretty excited about it. You know how I know it's awesome? You know our friend Rob Wells, who was like stuck on Cubase 5 for like the last, I don't know, like 75 years? Okay, so he's not 75, but anyway, he's been using Cubase 5 for a really long time. Rob Wells texted me and said, dude, Cubase 11 is awesome. I'm using it, and I'm teaching with it, and I'm making records with it, and so maybe he'll even say hello tonight. He was going to stop by and say, which is not why I'm shouting him out. I would shout him out anyway, and Rob is a big deal in my world. And so anyway, Rob is signing off on Cubase 11. He's loving it. And I installed this on Tuesday, so it's still pretty new for me, but I am loving it, and we're going to show you tonight. But without further ado, we have a special guest. It is not Rob Wells, but it is someone equally special. It is Mr. Christopher O'Reilly. He's standing by on Skype. Let's bring him in here. Well, hello, Mr. Christopher O'Reilly.
Well, hello, Mr. Brent Bodrug. How are you?
Good. I can hear you. This is good. All this technology is working. It's fantastic. You look like
I know, this is better than the dry run we did a couple months ago.
For sure. You look like you're at a trade show. You wouldn't be working from home, would you? You must be at like an official Steinberg headquarters this evening.
One would think, but no, I'm actually sitting in my basement office.
How weird is that? So am I.
I just happened to borrow a couple of banners from the office so nobody would have to see the mess that's behind me.
I understand. Off camera is where all my mess is. Like, you can't see it, but man, it's really bad back there. One day, if you guys want to embarrass me, pay my daughter to, come down and turn the camera around, and you'll see how bad it is down here. But anyway, I think it's like a cook in a messy kitchen. It's kind of like that, right? Like, that's a thing. Anyway, up in the top right corner, you're going to see Mr. O'Reilly's email address. Write that down, because he's got a whole bunch of stuff. You got some stuff there, don't you? Don't you, Chris? You got some stuff?
I do have some stuff. Yeah,
okay.
You'll definitely need it.
Okay. He's got some stuff, and you're going to need his email address. So keep that email address. It's looping around, so you'll never forget it. Anyway, Chris is the product marketing manager for Steinberg. Is this correct? Would you like to tell us a bit about yourself and
Sure.
What you're doing here this evening?
Cubase 11 came out. and I was equally as excited as Brent was, and many other people. So my role at Yamaha, I'm the product marketing manager for live sound and music production, which Steinberg falls under music production. Um, so I get to do all of the marketing materials, forecasting, distribution of stuff to stores and dealers. Dealing with some of our artists, and all that kind of fun stuff. I get the paper and the spreadsheets, and Brent gets to hang out with you guys and get to do the really cool sessions. So
What are you saying,
that's
Chris?
sort of where it is.
I brought you to this really cool session with all these really cool people out here in Steinberg Session Land. So you're part of
You,
it,
you
man.
did.
You're like hanging. This is the fun part. This is a
I actually have to say I do the person ones. I couldn't attend all of them, but really nice being able to get somewhere now.
awesome.
I'm getting a little my basement.
Yeah, I hear you.
So,
Anyway,
yeah.
so what are your thoughts on Cubase 11 from a product marketing manager point of view? Like you must hear from customers all the time, and they must be asking questions. And
I do. This one was kind of a new one where I think this is the first time that a Cubase version has come out, and I've been inundated on the day of release with emails from artists, customers, just casual users, really excited about the version and some of the new features. And I remember your comment to me when I first sent you the specs for it, Brent, was this was the first version that you thought where they really focused on more workflow things that would really help you, especially in your day-to-day life. So I thought that was kind of cool.
yeah, for sure. I think what I said to Chris is like it had been a long time. I mean, I'm always excited when there's a new version come out, but when I saw the feature list of this one, I was like, wow, most of these things, if not all of these things, are things I would use. So that was pretty huge for me, for sure. I was
Right.
like, before I even installed it on Tuesday, I was pretty excited about this one. So, but there was one thing for you that was kind of a big deal, which I actually countered with because I was hungry, which we'll explain in a second. But what was that thing that you were all
Well,
excited about?
yeah, I think the biggest thing that I've heard customer complaints of the last number of versions of Cubase is why the hell is it always just one download file? If I want to upgrade, if I want to do anything else, I have to download this monstrous 26 gig download file. I just need the application. I've already got the sounds. I want to be able to pick and choose. So for the first time ever, Steinberg has actually changed how they've done the download. So through the download manager, you can actually pick and choose the portions you want to download. So if you just want to do the upgrade to 11 application, it's an 800 meg download as opposed to a 26 gig download. And you know what? That's a big deal. I mean, a lot of customers, that was one of the first things they said was, I don't have to download everything. I can just take what I want, which is great.
I was teasing
So,
Chris because I was saying, the big download worked for me because I spend so much time sitting in this chair here that I like the big download because while it's downloading, I can go to the kitchen and make coffee, and then I can come back and I can double click and it can install, and then I can go back up and make lunch, and I don't have to sit and click through. But I tease. I'm teasing you. It actually is pretty great because you can pick and choose all the different features that you want. And actually, it was fast. It was fast to install. It didn't take all that long, at least on my system here.
yeah, no, for me either. I actually downloaded it when I was in a meeting with somebody, and I think in a half an hour meeting, I had all of the files downloaded and everything appeared.
Yeah,
So it was quicker than.
yeah, it was awesome. So why don't we spin through some of the features here and just talk about this? We are going to get to it, and we are going to make some noise, and I'm going to show you a few of my favorite things. But Chris, are we good to go on a little tour? Are we good?
I think we are
Okay.
absolutely.
Here we go.
Plans.
Touring Cubase 11. Dun, dun, dun. What's new in Cubase 11? Don't you like these nice slides? I was pretty happy with this great document that Mr. O'Reilly sent to me. Okay, so first thing, simpler stems. We're not going to spend a lot of time on this slide because I'm going to show you this. This is mind-blowing for anyone that likes sharing music or archives to stems. You know, I'm always talking about render everything out. This just got way, way easier and is a reason alone to buy Pro. So we'll talk about this. This is pretty groundbreaking, I think. Another new feature is the sample track got a whole lot better, all kinds of new functions. We could probably spend an entire session on that, and if there's interest from all of you folks out there, we will do that. But let's just say the sampler track has been redesigned, and man, is it better than it was before. Personal scale assistant. So this is pretty cool because for a lot of people that make music these days, they don't necessarily, they aren't trained, and you know, sometimes they play a note that's out of the key. What this thing, this personal scale assistant, allows you to do is set a key that you're working in, and then you won't have any wrong notes. So if you play a note out of the key, it moves it back in for you. So that's pretty darn cool if you wanted to improvise something and if you weren't quite feeling confident about that. Or, you know, I'm sure there's other really cool creative ways you can use that as well. All the bends. Has anyone ever recorded a MIDI part and used a pitch bender, the mod wheel, and then when you go look and you go to edit it, it's pretty darn crazy. Like there's like so much data that you don't even know what to do with it. Well, now you can actually change it so that you can automate your CC information, your controller information, just like you do with audio automation. Whoa, that's pretty crazy for anyone who's tried editing pitch bend information. That's a big one for me. That one will change my life. Moving on. This I'm going to show you also. This EQ is ridiculous. It's so amazing. It may have even replaced my favorite Rupert Neve EQ that you've all seen me use a bazillion times. But so stand by for that. We're going to get into that a little bit. And it's a dynamic EQ as well if you want. What else we got? Synchronization. So you can actually now, there's like a global tracks are able to be displayed with the key editor. So you don't have to leave the key editor to have a visual reference of your synchronization. So that's pretty awesome. What else we got? Imager. Oh, a multi-band imaging plugin. Holy moly. Most sort of mere mortal imaging plugins are just like a simple, they do it over the whole mix, all the bands at once. But this one you can actually tune in individual bands. And so for instance, if you really like your cymbals wide, you could kind of key in on the cymbals in the top end, and you could have them super wide, but you could make the bottom end very narrow and more mono. So the amount of shaping capability you have here is crazy. The squasher, a multi-band compressor. We're gonna check this out too. You know I love this thing. Even if just for just flipping through the presets and messing with the bands, holy cow, it's pretty great. There's lots of new score features and fonts. Now, a lot of people think, you know, why would I use Cubase for notation when there's great programs out there like Steinberg's Dorico? But I have to tell you, in my production life, I did many string arrangements, and a little known thing, I haven't talked about it a whole lot with you guys, but all of my string arrangements that I did for trios and quartets were done in Cubase and were printed from Cubase. This was before Dorico even came out. So even though for some of you that are sort of have advanced scoring capabilities and a more advanced piece of software is beneficial for you, there's an awful lot you can do from within Cubase. So check that out as well. the sounds. There's all kinds of new sounds, and these are pretty cool. I'm going to show you a couple later. Man, I was surprised at how cool and usable a lot of these sounds were. And actually, while I was downloading these, it was pretty neat because I started I didn't know I missed a bunch of Groove Agent drum kits. And I was telling Chris, like, I downloaded all these drum kits, and I was freaking out because, like, now Groove Agent is like a whole new instrument for me. So pretty excited about that. Maybe even more excited than my usual go-to, which is Native Instruments Battery, which I use for everything. But man, with all these new Groove Agent kits, I think I'm probably going to spend more time in Groove Agent. And this is, for those of you that know how I like to use spectrum analyzers, this is the pièce de résistance. And we're going to spend some time with this because I can't actually even believe how awesome this is. It's so good. So in a few minutes, we'll get into that as well. And it's easier to assign controllers if you use a MIDI controller. It's now easier than it was before to assign things. So you can actually you can integrate your MIDI controller into your workflow a little bit easier than it was. So that's pretty fantastic and useful as well. So a couple other things which might not be obvious, but a couple here for me. The variable DPI on Windows 10. Everyone knows I'm on Windows here. One of my greatest frustrations was when I wanted to resize things and I couldn't. But now I can. It will allow me to resize things. The other thing, besides all these amazing performance enhancements and multiple side chain report and support and visual editing with spectral layers, we're moving down to VST Connect 5. So this week I did an interview for Yamaha about a newish keyboard, the organ I've talked about it, the YC61, and we did this interview over VST Connect with video, and I recorded all his playing and his talking in VST Connect, and he had cameras at his place, and I had cameras at my place, and we're going to cut all this thing together for an event we have upcoming in a couple weeks, so stay tuned for that as well. That'll be pretty cool to check out. But oh my goodness, VST Connect 5 is, like 4 was awesome, 5 is easier and more awesome, and you can even have multiple windows of video, and it's crazy. It's so good. So I'm pretty excited about that as well. So there's all the new features at a glance, and it shows you which of the versions that they are available in. Obviously, we want you all to buy Pro. That's where the money is in Pro. But lots of these new features in Artist and Elements as well. And there's the slide just telling you that there's 3 versions, Pro, Artist, and Elements, at different price points. So those are the features. Hey, Chris, you back? We're back.
Yes.
How's it going?
Going well.
Did I cover it? Was that all the stuff?
I think you got all the big points. Yeah.
Okay. Well, should we dive in here? Should we have a look at some of these things? The tune I played on the intro was the Cubase 11 demo song that I downloaded with the download manager with Cubase 11. And so that's what we're working in today. But why don't we play that, and let me spin around the session a little bit, and we'll take a look at some of these plugins, and let's do that. You got anything to add, Chris, or are we good?
Let's play it and let's get to work.
All right, here we go. Okay, so uh, it doesn't look terribly different from Cubase before. You know, there was a couple of things when I first set up my sound card. You know, this looks a little different. Like my cards up here, and you know the GUI is a little bit different. Um, there's the control panel. That looks the same, but you know, other things that were kind of looking a little bit different to me, like the export audio, which we're going to talk about in a sec. So this window's changed a little bit. So, you know, some things look kind of different, but everything is looking and feeling pretty much the same as before, but just maybe a teeny bit slicker than before. Anyway, let me show you this because it's up. This is the supervision. This is the spectrum analyzer I was talking about. So I can choose what I want to display. There's all these different kinds of displays. So let me roll the track a little bit again, and let me show you all these different displays. And then I can even break it out so that I can see a couple at a time. So let's mess with that. How great is that? And when I roll the mouse over, it's showing me where the peaks are. So if we wanted to take care of some of that stuff, it's showing us where they are. This is showing me phase in a bunch of different ways. Okay, so tell me this isn't the most ridiculous metering plugin ever. I really love that thing at the end there, this wave scope, because you know a lot of times you know we get used to sort of looking at the waveform to see you know how loud it is and how close to peaking we are, and I just love that I can sort of see my level as well as hear it you know with meters. I just think that's an unbelievable feature, and you know being able to monitor a bunch of these things at one time. Anyway, you all know how much I love the Waves paths and how much I use the Waves HEQ with all the frequency stuff in it. I use it every day of my life, and oh my goodness, this has completely replaced it just because of how much flexibility I have with all the different views. And, you know, let's face it, we're all going to make a music video with this one day. This one in the bottom corner here. Oh, yeah. These ones are pretty cool, too. Let's make a music video, you guys. Anyway, it's fun. Anyway, this is a game changer for me. I really am excited. You know, I've wanted Steinberg to come up with something like this for a long time, and they finally did it. And not only did they do it, they did it very, 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 very well. So really excited about that. Let's have a look at that EQ, because I think that there's something there that's really cool. I just want to show you a couple things. So let's take this pad sound. Let's just make sure we're in a part of the song where the pad is playing. Okay. All right. So check this out. So it's an EQ like we've all seen before. With what do we have? We have 8 bands. And, you know, pretty normal stuff. Like I can turn on, let's go to band 6, and I can turn the gain up or I can turn it down. You know, I can move the frequency, I can make it wider and narrow, you know, all the stuff we're kind of used to. But with a click of a button, I can turn it into a dynamic EQ. So let me show you the difference. So let me just find, let's boost at about 5 kilohertz. And let's hear what it sounds like if I just boost, just like a regular EQ boost. So there, it's turned off. Okay, so it's a really nice sounding EQ, and it's making a big difference to that sound. But the thing with the sound like this is that the sound is kind of gets louder and softer, and it's kind of getting bigger and smaller, and it's kind of going up and down. And so it might be nice, rather than just sort of a static high-end boost like that, is if the EQ, the boost kind of ebbed and flowed with the sound. And so check this out. So if I turn it back on, and I turn it to a dynamic EQ here, and then I get a little drop down here. This is my threshold, and watch what happens if I can mess with the threshold. I can see on the meter here. So if I turn the threshold up high, see, it's not doing anything. But if I turn the threshold down, see it moving? So when the sound comes down and is lower, it's darker. And then as it gets louder, the treble, like the boost that I did at 5K there, it comes up and gets louder. So I don't know about you, but that's way different than the other way. Let's turn off the dynamic EQ for a sec again and just hear what it's doing. Okay, let's turn the dynamic back on, and now you can hear it kind of swell with the sound. Are you kidding me? This is so good. I'm so happy about this. So that's one application of that, and you can only imagine what you can do with this thing. And it's built in. It's amazing. I'm actually genuinely excited about this. This has just made my life a whole lot easier. Here's another cool thing about this plugin. See this little camera up here? Add VST plugin picture to media rack. I don't know how many times I've gotten my phone and I've like, had to like take a picture of my screen so that I would remember my settings. And, I used to do that when I used analog equipment and stuff. And I have all these pictures in my archives that I have no idea what project they're for. Now I can take a picture in the screen, save it to the media rack. Are you kidding me? This is so, so good. Okay, let's talk about the compressor, that multiband thing. I want to have a listen to it on the drum bus. So let's just solo the drum bus. Okay. So here's the squasher. Okay, so what we were just hearing is just the way that they have it in this demo song. This thing, and again, we're not going to dive deep on this. I just want to show you how much fun you can have just if you just turn it on and mess with some presets and start pulling the levels of each band up and down. Okay, so let's listen to the drums. I think I have, this is just the first preset, Acoustic Power Drums 01. Okay, so here's the preset. Let's turn it on. It's on. So let's mute it and listen, and let's hear what we can do with this. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn up the bands and down the bands, and you can hear how I can shape like this drum mix by just messing with each of the bands. So here we go. So there's compression. Whoa. Without it. With. Love it. Okay, check this out. Let's move up the bottom end. Or I can turn the bottom end way down. Let's deal with the mid. Oh man, no more drums. Here I'm changing the sound of that loop. Some other presets. They're amazing, all of them. Squasher. Now they say this is for EDM. I'm gonna use this on everything because this is like we didn't even change a setting. That's just that's just messing around with levels and presets. This is crazy, and there's probably another whole session in just like messing around with that. Okay, one other thing I want to show you because we could be here all night, and I know we all want to be, but because I had to stay down and install it, I'm hungry, so I'm going to eat later. But anyway, I'm just joking around. Okay, so let's go back. I want to show you that stems thing, this new export window, because this is a game changer for me. Okay, let's go back to this main window. Okay, let's pretend we want to bounce a mix. Now, for those of us that do this for clients, I know not everybody does this for clients, but sometimes we want to bounce different things for ourselves and stuff. In the past, if I wanted to bounce a mix, I would sort of set it up. I'm going to do a single thing. I'm going to bounce it from the stereo out. I'm going to make it my wave file, and it's going to be a 44.1 24-bit. Cool, interleaved, everything's good, and I'm gonna export it. And then I would wait for that to finish, and then I would say, oh, now I want to bounce an MP3 so I can send it to my friends. So then I would change this to MP3, and maybe it would be like 256, and then I would bounce that, and I would wait. Cool. And then maybe I want to do the multiple thing, and I want to have a bounce individual tracks or whatever, stems, whatever, and do it that way. And then I would set it up, and I would hit. Cool. I can still do that if I really like sitting around with my computer all day. That's no problem at all. But check this out. So let's say I'm happy with my mix. I want to bounce a stereo mix that is a WAV file for myself. 44.1, 24-bit interleaved. Cool. There's a cue in this. Like not a cue like bandwidth, or not like a cue like Quincy Jones, although I wish there was a cue like Quincy Jones in here. Just like a cue like QUEUE, QUEUE. That's really fun to say. Anyway, so what I can do is I can set up like jobs. I can set up multiple jobs. So the first one, I'm going to bounce my 44.1 24-bit mix. Okay, set it up, good to go. Named it Hey Man. I'm going to add to queue. Cool. Now I can set up my MP3 44.1. Let's do it at 128 because I want it to email fast to my friends. I can add to queue. Do you guys see what's happening here? It gets better. Check this out. So now I want to send stems. I want to send drums to the drummer in my band so that that person can learn the drum part. So I'm going to go to multiple. I'm going to find my drum parts. Okay, so they're all up here. I've got them soloed actually. And watch what happens. I can just select the track and it shows up in the window, and I can just keep selecting. So whatever I select here, I can select all my drums and it will bounce. Can you imagine? Do you guys remember how much time we used to spend bouncing stems? Okay, so I can do that. Now that's not all. If I want, let's just say in here, effects, I can bounce them with all my inserts and EQ strips and everything. I can have that included with this dialog right here. So there's my drums with all the plugins and everything I'm using. Add to queue, and it's all right here. And now maybe I have a film composer working on it, and they want to just have all these other percussive cinematics, they're called in this mix. So let's select these. Now this person is a film composer and they just want the raw sound. They don't want any of my plugins. So I can go dry, add to queue. So now I have 4 jobs set up, and I start queue by clicking right there. And now I can go make lunch. And when I come back, it's all done. I don't have to do it one at a time. So, you guys know how into like rendering things out I am. This makes it so much easier and so much better. I can hardly believe it took us this long to get, because this is so amazing and such a game changer. So, spend some time with that, folks, in Cubase 11. I think that was mostly the things I'm excited about in terms of plugins and stuff. Let's have a listen to some of these sounds. So if I go over to media, and let's have a look. So here's, I got all my old stuff and all my new stuff. So this is like a new dancey thing. So let's take a drum loop. And let's bring this into the tune. Let's hear what that sounds like. Okay. Whoops. Okay, so here's a drum loop from our new library here. Okay, cool. So we got a drum loop. Let's see what else we got here. We got some bass here. Let's add some bass here. Let's get a bit of a groove happening. Uh-huh. All right. Here comes some bass. So dirty. It's amazing. This stuff, like all these new sounds are pretty, they're pretty crazy. Now, there's this other cool library called Lo-Fi. Where did it go? Oh, there it is, Lo-Fi Dreams. And let's find there's this cool, it's got all these cool things, but there was like a vinyl thing or something in here. Where's the vinyl thing? You guys see it? I can't see it. Where'd it go? Where's the vinyl thing? Somebody shout if you see it. I can't hear you anyway. Anyway, yeah, there's all this crazy cool stuff in here. Well, let's see what this is. Let's see what a down. Oh yeah. Okay, so let's put this in. And let's turn it down because that was super loud. But okay, and one of my favorite things in this is this thing called noir, and it's all these atmospheres. So let's bring some of this in, and let's add this to the mix, and we'll probably have to turn it down too, but oh man, some of this stuff is like... Oh, these sounds are crazy good. Like these things they're giving us this stuff to us, and you can make all kinds of great music with this. So just a little example. I just wanted to show you that the stuff, it's not like that kind of boring, pristine, like I've heard it a million times kind of stuff. It's like real earthy, dirty, kind of usable sounds like that you would hear in a lot of stuff that's produced today. So pretty darn excited about that stuff too. Let's go back and see what my friend Mr. O'Reilly is doing. Hey, Mr. O'Reilly, you still with us?
Hey, Mr. Bodrug.
Hey, there he is. He's still here. He's been hanging out this whole time. Are you listening? Like, did you hear all that, or did you go make coffee or something?
No, I've been sitting here the whole time.
Oh yeah. His email is still cycling there, so you might want to write it down. Is it time, Mr. O'Reilly? Should we?
I think it could be time.
Okay. You have some special offers or something that you might like to extend to our friends at Steinberg Sessions. Would you like to tell us about that?
Absolutely. So, as everybody knows, all of the upgrades are handled directly through Steinberg, so I have no control over that. But what we can do is, if there's anybody on this session or who watches it later, we'd like to offer a 10% discount on WaveLab until the end of the year if anybody wants to purchase it. So that's the first thing.
That's pretty awesome. People may be asking...
Oh, sorry, I'm reading some of the comments here, Brett. Looks like I have a very big echo.
Oh, really?
On my mic.
You sound great in my ears. I don't know what to say about that. Maybe I need to do more research on audio, because I don't know anything about it. Just kidding. I don't know what that is. Sorry, you guys. We'll figure it out for next time. But in any case, it's pretty awesome. And some of you may be wondering, well, why can't we get a 10% off discount on Cubase 11? Well, that's because you're already using Cubase, and upgrades are a totally different thing. And if you want to buy a brand new copy, like not an upgrade from Cubase that you're already using, I don't know, you might be able to talk them into something. But this is why we're doing it on WaveLab, because WaveLab is a pretty awesome companion piece of software to go with it. Yes?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So 10% off WaveLab. Till when? How long are we doing this?
till December 31st.
Till December 31st. So,
You just have to send me an email.
so that email that keeps cycling around there, that's all we. I might even send him an email. I send him emails every day, but that's for other stuff. I might send him an email and say, "Hey, Chris, I want Wave Okay. What else are you going to do for us, Mr. O'Reilly?
Well, I figured, we should have a few little giveaways. So
You're not
I
just
have a
gonna.
whole pile of swag here.
You're not just going to give stuff away, are you? Like they got to earn it, don't they?
Oh, absolutely.
All
We're
right.
going to play some Steinberg trivia.
Oh, it's trivia! Yay! I love trivia. Okay.
So I guess how we're going to have to do this, where it's a YouTube broadcast, is I'll ask the question. The first person who comes in with the correct answer will win the prize.
Are they allowed to Google?
Oh, they can Google as much as they
okay.
like.
Okay, because and actually, full disclosure, I don't even know what the questions are. Like I didn't even get that. And I probably don't even know any of the answers to this either. So, this is pretty exciting. Okay, we ready?
Yeah, I think we're ready.
I don't have a
So
drum roll sound.
I'll even show off what we're giving away.
I should have looked for the news. Oh, hey, the socks. Wait.
Yes.
What? Oh, awesome. Fantastic. Okay.
So yes, the first prize will be a pair of Cubase socks and a Cubase mouse pad.
Nice.
And for this one, it's going to be a really simple question. What version of Cubase have we showcased here tonight?
What version of Cubase have we showcased tonight? Rob Wells loves swag. He just wrote that.
He does swag. Yes.
You know what? This one's an easy one. Like, who's going to type it first? Like, how long does it take to type Cubase? Does it have to be the whole word, or can they just put the number? Okay. DA67WA. Do I know who that is? Oh, Steve missed it by a hair. Oh, look it. Everyone's getting it. Oh. Rob put it in there even though he already has Cubase 11, but that's okay. It's all good. Well done, you guys. Okay, so that one goes, that special gift prize goes to DA76WA, according to my feed.
So
everyone's the same.
What I'm going to have to throw out there to talk about is you're going to need to use my email address. Send me an email. I'm going to keep track of the prizes here, and I'm just going to need your address so I can send this stuff out.
Amazing.
So, pretty simple.
Mailed to your front door. We're like one of those big online retailers where it just shows up at the front door. Amazing. Who knew?
Pretty cool.
Who knew? Okay.
So, double your pleasure, double your fun. Another pair of Cubase socks.
Nice. If I'd known there were this many socks, I would have been angling for another pair because I like them so much. Anyway.
So, another really simple question. Who makes Cubase software?
Oh, this one's an easy one too. My kid is voting. Is she allowed to vote? I'm not sure that's okay. Is that okay?
I think that's okay.
Okay. That means she won't steal my socks. That's much better. Come on, Siobhan, get in there. I have learned from Aya that DA76WA is Dennis, so Dennis can verify that. Oh, no, you know who got this one? Mr. Rob Wells. He really wants the socks.
Well, I don't know. He did say Steinberg. That's...
Whoa, Rob. Do we allow spelling mistakes? Why don't who is oh, Nadine was second, and Nadine is a big fan. Maybe we can, because Rob helps us with things, maybe we can hook Rob up anyway, and maybe give this one to Nadine. Is that can we do that?
Is it Nadine or is it Trevor 699?
Oh, I'm sorry, it wasn't Nadine. You're right. My bad. Sorry, Nadine. That was terrible of me. Rob said give it to somebody else. Berg. All right. Moving on. What's the next one?
Cool. The next one, let's see. We're gonna go a Keybase hat package. So a nice
Oh,
Keybase baseball cap.
love that hat. Yeah, that's a good hat.
And seeing as how it's wintertime, a Keybase toque.
Nice, warm. We're gonna need that coming up right away.
So this question is maybe another semi-interesting one if you know anything about Steinberg. Where is the Steinberg headquarters located?
Oh, do you want the city or just the country?
City, preferably.
Okay, I kind of gave it away that it's a country, although I guess that was pretty obvious, wasn't it? Oh, Rob Briggs was the second. Rob actually supplied us with a session last time, which was pretty epic. That was really fun. Thank you again for that, Rob. That was fun to work on that.
We do have Germany.
Yeah, we do. Nadine's first in on this one.
You know what? We're going to give it to you.
Okay, because I totally ripped Nadine off on the previous prize, so this is good.
Oh, and we see
Oh,
Quebec Shoegaze of Hamburg.
maybe there should be another prize just for that. Do you have enough there, Mr. O'Reilly?
You know what? I have a double of the hat.
Okay,
So,
okay. So I think Hamburg gets one too. Is that
oh,
Canuck
I think so
Shoegazer?
too.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. My daughter Siobhan, she's a little slow on the text here. She's not quite getting it in there fast enough.
There we go. Oh, let's see what else we got in my little goodie bag of tricks.
You know, it's not even Christmas yet, and it's feeling a little bit like the holidays. You know, like this is like all these gifts. I
Yeah.
don't know what to do here. It's pretty fun.
So I think the next one we'll do is a different Cubase mouse pad with a lovely Cubase mug with the slogan.
I don't have my mug here. I have one of those, but I don't have it here. It's upstairs. But I love drinking out of those. Those are great.
Yeah.
And those are
Great
words of
mugs.
wisdom right there. Words of wisdom.
Yep. So let's just see here. What year was Cubase launched?
Oh, is that before I was born, Chris?
Not likely.
Oh, I was really trying there.
Cubase is even younger than me.
Is it?
So
What are you saying?
it is.
Are you saying I'm an old man? Is that what you're saying to me right now?
Well, I'm saying you're older than me.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I guess that's true, isn't it? Oh well. So does anyone get this? Oh, Nadine says the mug is amazing. Oh, and look, Super Sledge. Do you know who Super Sledge is?
I do not.
Super Sledge is someone named Sarah that lives in this house. Look at how accurate she is. She got the address. She did the whole thing.
Did she do that without Google? I'd be really impressed.
No, Sarah is so fast on the Google. I'm pretty sure that was a Google thing. But anyway, well done.
So
Well done.
the answer 1989 is correct.
Oh man, Nadine is
So
winning
who was the
everything.
first one in with 1989?
Well, Nadine, but she just won. Can she win twice?
I don't see why not.
Well, the reason I don't want her to win twice is because the next 1989 is Siobhan Bodrug, my daughter. No, that's not right. That's unethical. We can't do that. Then I guess Nadine can win twice. And then after that, it was Derek and I. There you go.
Okay. Well, you know what? I like to do things in doubles here, so we have another Cubase mug. Oh, this one's
Oh, the red
the retro.
one. Yeah, awesome.
The retro, the really nice script.
Nice. That's nice. Sarah said.
Well, you know what? I'm seeing a message. Sorry, I'm seeing a message here from Derek saying, source for the exact day. He was trying to find that, but
Well,
he
Sarah
did say
found it.
April. So you know what? I'm going to give him the mug and this. This is
Yeah,
going to Derek.
way to go, Derek. But Super
Yeah.
Google Sarah got April 12th, 1989 at 11 a.m. Hamburg time.
Wow.
You're amazing, honey. That's
All
funny.
right. Well, let's see. We got a couple more to go. So Keybase T-shirt,
Okay. I
and
wear that one all the time too.
this is one where you can actually send me size small, medium, large, or extra large. I should have all of them. But the back, ooh, same as the
Nice.
mug.
Nice.
Very nice. Yep. And so for this one, this is going to be an interesting question. I'll interested to see who knows this. What platform, what computer platform did Cubase first launch on?
Derek says that with 17 diehard Cubasers here, everyone deserves a prize, Chris. This is great. Isn't trivia fun? How fun. Sorry, what was
Trivia
our
is
last
fun.
question?
I like trivia.
What was that? Oh, Canuck Shoegazer, Atari.
Oh, connection gazer. Atari is correct.
Nice. I actually used it on Atari. That's actually how old I am. I still actually have that Atari. Um, that's crazy. Uh, Amazing.
Yep, that was great. So that's a lovely T-shirt. So you know what? We'll do another T-shirt. Oh, Steve Stinson for the Atari ST. You've just won the second T-shirt, my friend.
Alicia's still talking about this delay. Do you have your laptop on, Chris? Like, is your audio muted on the
Uh,
laptop?
I don't have. I've got to go through earbuds. So
Okay, yeah, because I have no live speakers in the room either. It's got to be a network thing. Sorry, you guys. Because the feed in my ears, there's no echo. I have no speakers on in the room. It's just my voice. And Chris doesn't either, so I think it's a network thing. Sorry. Anyway,
we'll
let's
work on
carry
that
on.
for the next time.
Yeah, people seem to be answering the
All right.
questions, so we're.
Well, I have two more prizes. These, unfortunately, I can only offer size large. The first one is the Create, Produce, Export sweatshirt. And for this one, what does BST stand for?
I know. Hey, let me mess with settings. Let me see if I can fix this. No, I'm not gonna. Should I do that while we're broadcasting? That could make this whole thing come down. I better not. I better just like leave my computer
Oh,
open.
I do like Rob's comment about it. Yep. That's a
Nice,
throwback.
nice, nice, awesome,
Do I really look like Keanu Reeves? I didn't think so. But
nice, amazing.
uh, so anyone on the VSTE? Do I really look like Keanu Reeves? I didn't
No, they're talking about OBS now. Um,
think so.
what a bunch of geeks.
Derek Marshall, virtual.
A bunch of tech geeks. You got to know Keybase people are all tech geeks. It's fantastic. It's really
Of
fun.
course.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna mess with a setting here. If we lose the stream, I'm sorry, folks. It's only because I'm trying to make it better here. Let me see if I can fix this.
Trying to fix it. Yes, Derek did get the VST.
Nice. Okay, here we go. I can still hear you. Did we fix it, ladies and
I'm still
gentlemen?
here.
Did we fix it?
I don't know.
Steve thought you said EST, Eastern Standard Time. Nice. Aya needs a win. Pass to her. I needs a break.
That's very kind, but Derek, you can get your sweatshirt. It's all good.
Okay. Apparently, Alicia said
So,
there's no change to our echoes, so I don't know what it is. Anyway, sorry, guys.
okay,
Yeah.
we'll figure it out next time.
Yeah.
Uh, the last prize I have for tonight is another Cubase sweatshirt. This is a Cubase hoodie, and it's got the same design on the back as the T-shirt, only in lovely. I don't know what would you call that color? Surf green.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Let's see. What question? Okay. In what year was Cubase first released for PC Windows?
Oh, tough question. I don't even know. I should know because that's what I use it on now. But I used it on a Mac first. Well, an Atari first, and then on a Mac, and now on a PC. I've used it on all the platforms. How exciting! I didn't actually think about that before. Teal. It's teal. Aya says it's teal.
It's teal. Okay.
Neon blue, says Siobhan. Look, everyone is troubleshooting the problem. Derek thinks it's loopback on my audio interface. I'm using a TF mixer, so it doesn't have loopback, unfortunately. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Sorry, you guys. Let's not get sidetracked.
1992.
Oh, Tony.
We have a winner, Tony.
And you know what's great about that? Tony's watching on a smart TV, and he wasn't sure how to ask questions, and he obviously figured it out. So, way to go, Tony.
That's
Nice.
good.
Yeah.
So that's all I have with questions and trivia. But I tell you what, seeing as how I'm feeling kind of generous, if you didn't win a prize, maybe you can email me and maybe I can send you a pair of Cubase socks.
Nice. What a guy. Thanks, Chris O'Reilly. Amazing. Anyway, does anyone else have any questions? Do you have any further comments, Chris? Anyone have any questions about the new version? I know we just kind of touched the surface there, but I hope it was enough to entice you to check it out for yourself, and feel free to email offline, and we'll try to help you with that. But yeah. You got anything else?
I have nothing. What did everybody think of the new version?
What do you guys think? Excited? Gonna try it? Did you see what Sarah typed there?
Yeah.
Oh, this is why I love this woman. That's pretty fantastic. Well done, Super Sledge. Do we get any comments? Derek already upgraded to 11 just in time for finished Christmas projects. What Christmas projects, Derek? Yeah, let's get Derek in on a Skype call here, and we'll learn all about his Christmas projects.
Actually, I just have to tell one story. It is kind of funny that I see Rob chiming in saying he's going to be the Cubase champion of Canada.
Nice.
The first message I received about Cubase 11 was on Facebook Messenger from Rob Wells.
Nice.
That said, dude, how do I get it?
In all seriousness, apart from the fact that we love Rob Wells, and Rob Wells is, we love how he uses Cubase 11. For those of you that maybe missed the sessions, that are new to the sessions, you need to check Rob's workout. Rob is working with all kinds of the best people, not only just from Canada, but from all over the world, and his work is ridiculous, and I'm fortunate enough to have worked with him a couple of times, and these are life-altering experiences. So yeah, check out Rob's work. He's pretty fantastic, and we're lucky to have him as a Cubase user. Okay, is there anything else here? Oh, Derek is recording someone in India. He's working with people all over the world too. I guess Cubase is the international software, isn't it? Anyway, I feel like we're starting to ramble, Mr. O'Reilly. Maybe we should sign off.
I think so.
Thank you
I
for
think
coming.
so.
Thank you for coming, ladies and gentlemen. And we hope that you are as excited about this new version as we are. We will be back to our regularly scheduled program next month where we'll dig into a session. And I love getting emails from you with suggestions of how we might improve or what we might talk about. If you want to dig into any of the new features a little bit more, I'm happy to do that. It's now on my computer, and it's what I'm going to be working in. So I've got lots of time to spend figuring some of the new things out as well. So, in any case, thanks for tuning in again to Steinberg Sessions. Have a great time this weekend if you're celebrating American Thanksgiving, and stay safe. And we'll see you. I guess we need to figure out this Christmas party. Chris, we didn't figure that out.
We did not.
Oh, we're gonna do something. We'll do a Christmas party. We'll do something. It won't be the last week of December because that'll be Christmas. So we'll do it a little ahead of time. Yes? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
We'll get on this. You will get a message from us soon. Anyway, thanks so much. Thanks for joining us, and we'll play you out with this fantastic tune one more time.